following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
I just want to...
I think these are actual victims.
I know, but it's more... Are they conditioning them to be more hateful towards them? So his
I don't think that's going to tell you anything.
No, if his thought logic was sort of all nice and calm and collected, then all of a sudden I mention his Batarian slavers, when he flip a lid in his head and go...
He's going to do that anyway. He was a fucking slave.
Yeah, but
his treatment is not complete. You're not going to learn anything from this.
I want to kill him.
Which is understandable.
Is he telling the truth, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even rolling. The reason I'm not rolling against her is because he is being completely honest with everything and not trying to...
Yeah, I think these are actual victims.
Yeah. That's...
I wonder if we are kind of Lord Roman here.
Is there anything you'd like to say about this place? Because we're trying to promote this place to be a... So if anyone else...
I'm glad the Alliance gave them backing, and they really helped me a lot. So
Thank you.
it's a nice, peaceful place to just try and get back to normal.
So I don't pick up anything weird from them. Just he's just straight up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, thank you. The next person.
These slaves are being brought back into regular society with our delightful healing spooge. Super polymorphic Elysian gel.
That's the next one.
Sorry?
Joyce.
Need you with your rocks and spooge. Remember when they were funny? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Remember when certain coloured people couldn't come onto a golf course and women weren't allowed out at the cows? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Fuck.
There's a room that's pretty much the same sort of layout. And there's a woman in her sort of late 20s or early 30s there.
Is it the same basic room with the same
Yeah.
crucifix
Pretty
on the
much,
wall?
This one doesn't have a crucifix on the wall.
The other one did.
No, the other one doesn't have any.
They've just got a
Put
big
your
poster
head
of
in there.
Jesus.
The poster of Jesus was in the hallway outside, but yeah.
I'm willing to bet it's a print.
It's not like a painting, it's just a poster, like it's not even...
Oh, so it's not even a print.
No.
Cheat. That's our discount lord.
Discount Lord.
Hi, I'm Jane.
Hi, Jane.
So how long have you been here for?
I've been here for, 1.5 weeks.
Yeah, I'll just ask you the same questions. Because I'll be reading them.
Okay. The one thing you will get from her is she does mention that Void Wraith took her
Ah,
from the planet Hagara.
Brendan, write that down.
yeah.
You can make a memory roll.
Yeah.
Not on your character sheet in your investigation journal.
I did start out and have one of those. It's a 10
it's only a
already.
99 cents, buy one!
9 on that. But he can roll too because he's listening in.
True.
Oh, fine. Do some work. I'm just here to piss around and make smart-ass comments. Oh, that's a 17. What else do I need? Is it
That's
Intelligence.
probably enough just on the dial.
that'll be 21,
Put some lines under it.
I think. Yep.
Hagara was the planet that when you guys were going off to rescue the Chris scientists from the collapsing lava planet, basically. And you got a distress call, but you didn't have time to get to the distress call.
Remember
They
when,
took off with a bunch of women.
remember when we went to the lava planet where you killed that guy that distress call was from there where we didn't go, and they took a bunch of whammons. So she could be from that. We didn't save her, basically. It's our fault. We made a choice and it has consequences. Unlike Mass Effect 3, where nothing you do matters because you can just... It's all distilled down to arbitrary points and you can just earn more in multiplayer. Why even bother?
Yes.
Why I can't play the fucking games anymore?
That's odd. I thought the Void Wraith didn't sell slaves. I thought they just captured people and
Took
them somewhere.
She ends up, basically, long story short, she ends up breaking down about how they took her baby and then sold her into slavery.
I'm so sorry, and I'll look at the guy. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Well, just unfortunately, some of the questions have extra questions. I'm so sorry. Void Wraith is a touchy one at the moment. They're been quite notorious through the galaxy, capturing people. I'm so sorry.
She's basically a mess.
I know. I'm apologising to him, not her, because there's nothing I can say to her that will.
It's a sensitive matter. Perhaps we should go.
What is there anything else here that's been captured from the Void Wraith? Because I don't want to. And I'll roll for that. 15, 17, 23.
There's a woman named Tori. I believe she came from the same colony.
But
Similar circumstances. She did not sign the waiver.
she also lost her baby too.
Yes. All of the women taken from there were pregnant.
Oh.
Yes, I remember that detail now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right after the nick of time. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's unfortunate. I'll come back to you.
Hey Zala, it's been like half an hour to an hour.
Yeah, Brenda gets to play.
Quickly run those two names through the medical files. Find out if their babies had been EZO'd.
Right. That's a D12.
Why would we
Again?
for that?
Because it then is a link. That's why they took. We're trying to figure out why they were taken.
Yes,
Just like if we can find out why your brothers were taken exactly, and why one of them was returned.
24.
Yeah, I know, but why would we look specifically for EZO? Because
No, we're not. I'm not.
Because we know that... Because it came up recently that your brothers were specifically taken because they weren't.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out if that's... Because right now we're still in the trying to find as many commonalities as possible to locate them and get a lock on what they're doing. So that's why we're doing that. I'm guessing.
Yes.
I don't want to visit your intentions, but that's why I'd
exactly
ask.
Yeah, 24 investigate to check in on those or any other links I might be able to find between those two taken children.
Yes, they were EZO exposed.
Oh, that's backwards than what we thought.
No, but that's that group though.
Affirmative on the EZO exposure. Likely they were trying to fulfill another quota for their testing. Maybe it was some kind of facility for caring for EZO exposure people.
No.
They just happened to be exposed, living in the region
Anyway,
they did.
it's not really permanent
No,
now.
it wasn't. So I'll carry on to the next person. This person wasn't taken by the Void Wraith, were they?
No.
So when I rolled for the Void Wraith, was there any others apart from the two that were taken by Void Wraith? I did the truth
That was
sense.
the only other one he knew about, that he said that he knew about.
And that was the truth that he said?
Yes. I'm not even going to roll against that because he is being honest there.
Yeah. So he hasn't been honest. Alright, we'll carry on to the last one.
Luther.
Ah, that's a good one.
Well, Luthor.
Ask him the same questions.
He was taken by some Batarian slavers from another human colony.
And how long has he been here for?
He has been here for 2 weeks, so slightly longer than the other two.
When I asked him the question about the methods that they're using, nothing's changed. He's not.
Actually, they haven't told you what the treatments or the methods are at all. They've been really circumspect about that. They just say the treatments are good. I'm feeling a lot
say
Just psychiatrist
medical
and medical
tests.
yeah.
Man, that's tests. It's not really a treatment. I mean, there's got to be some drugs involved, sure. And prayer. What's a prayer?
They do get drugs. Nothing has come up from a religious aspect.
No.
Although, unless you want to specifically ask again.
No, that'll be
No,
weird.
it's too pointed, and yeah.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, while I'm on the roof, I'm trying to see if I can put like an Ashwar disc somewhere that would attach to the comms on the facility instead of the mechanism that moves their array, just so I can get low gain into their comms system.
Well, their comms, external comms transmitter is up on the roof. It's not too far away from there.
I'm just trying, because I figure at least if they've got religious propaganda or something going on with their internal networks, that's something I get to look for.
So you don't even have to make a check because there's nobody who can see you up on the roof.
Yay!
So you can just put an Ashwar disc on the side of that communications array. You now have a tap into the communications array.
Chips installed.
At least for external communication.
Well, they're not communicating right now, are they?
No.
Well then, I can't do anything. Good job, Rover. If they transmit, I'll be able to listen in. Oh, I'll update you and you as to what is going on with Tilo.
So, as if there's anything that you guys want to suggest that
Yeah.
I do or say, or
Now, 2 of their slave arenos have been captured by the Void Wraith, but they don't seem to be linked to your family. At the moment, anyway.
It's too much to hope.
I mean, it would be nice to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which is a Turian phrase where you would throw 1 stone at. Normally, a bird on the wing would be a stone per, but like if you've got 2 of them with 1, that's like super lucky and good.
Yeah, you'd have to be incredibly lucky, and have a slingshot.
Honestly, on Invictus, if you weren't taking down 3 of the fuckers with 1 stone, you were going to get overwhelmed.
I'd be interested to see what's going on in their medical days, whatever they're.
Well, patience, we'll get access when we start installing things, and we could slip around inside and find the secret compartment.
And what kind of chemicals they have could be a big clue as to what they're actually doing with them.
Frankly, it might be a very honest and genuine front. Wouldn't it be great if this name thing was an entire coincidence and they just named the place that because they are drooling Mongonauts?
so when I'm furthest in where I am, I'll do another mind sense to see how many. If I can feel.
No, that you're sort of in there.
Yeah, in the
The dormitory area.
natural 20.
And you've still got a banked one,
I do.
Don't forget about that.
You
They're very
fucking luck.
You sense most of the rooms are occupied, and there's just general levels of
Sorrow and.
sorrow, unease, discomfort.
Can you see it's down?
That's good question.
The thing is, I sense. Well, it's not. I sense in a flat. I sense
Oh,
around
isn't
me.
it?
It's around. So if there's mine's below me, yeah, I'd have to. Unless the floors.
I mean,
obviously,
they could all be wearing
You're
tinfoil
on the
hats.
first floor, the other one's
Yeah,
above you.
I know that. What he's saying is, do I sense anyone below? And there's a hidden.
Is
below.
there a basement she can
yeah.
feel?
Even if it's not necessarily hidden.
So I can feel mine's above me as well. Or are they shielded?
Two wearing tinfoil
It
hats.
just seems like one of tinfoil hats have worked.
What if they did?
I mean, I don't know actually what the science behind that would be.
No.
I mean, it's like, what are we considering, like, psychic power as some kind of RF signal? In which case, wouldn't the tinfoil hats just make it more effective?
You pick up a couple of mines above that seem to be...
Evil.
You got a nat 20, wasn't it?
Yes.
They're sleeping.
So, therefore, their unprotected dreams will be quite readable. Because, as you know, in sci-fi, movie, comic book settings, dreams are things that happen all during sleep. They're not just in spasmodic, super fast bursts. They just progress along as you sleep.
So, if the ones that are asleep, I'll try and touch them.
I am totally clipping that. And I'm totally using it to get you thrown into prison.
Which
But Taiwan is a country.
Taiwan's a country. China doesn't fucking own it. Well, I mean, they kind of do, but they shouldn't.
Yeah. So, I'll try one of them.
See how lucky you are.
You didn't.
No, I didn't. But I got pretty good.
Um,
25.
they put up no
I
resistance.
know that,
They're
but it's
sleeping.
how much. It's if I actually succeed.
Okay, that first one seems to be dreaming about getting chased by giant kittens.
Okay.
I mean, who hasn't had that one?
That
Yeah.
would be horrifying.
Yeah.
Cats are like really dangerous predators if they were.
And so I know what they look like too. Now,
You know what their dream self looks
the
like.
dream self looks like, yeah.
Well, it's all from their first person perspective.
Yeah. And the other one?
Okay, you get luckier with that one.
22.
You get an image of basically pouring some. This person is having fun pouring some kind of beaker of acid onto a Turian's face. He's strapped down to a bench.
Is he a familiar Turian?
Is he a familiar Turian?
Then you're
Does
not dreaming ambitiously enough.
does this dream feel like? Okay, how do I
Like a
word this?
memory. More than
Like a memory, yes.
How would you know?
Because I just watched the kitten one, and now I watched the.
She
I mean,
could be a
it's less
dream
surreal.
artist.
So
They're into it. I mean, you can pick up that.
yeah, but again, that could be a Turian's captured them, and
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
Not that we do non-debt slavery.
Okay. Well, one thing I will tell you is, but with both of these lines that that were sleeping,
they're not slaves.
you don't get the same
Yeah.
dread and sorrow and
Okay.
that kind of thing.
I'll relay to Logain. Every room on this floor is full. I've picked up 2 mines above sleeping. One, again, it's not conclusive, but he's dreaming about pouring acid all over a Turian's face.
Oh, is it a familiar Turian?
No.
Then they're not dreaming ambitiously enough.
But the other one's being chased by a kitten.
No, I can understand that. You really... I'm assuming that they're being chased. They're like completely defenseless. They don't have any weapons.
It's a giant kitten as well.
Yeah. No, I know what a kitten looks like. God, you don't want to be helpless and out alone without your power vehicle when the kittens are around. Jesus, that makes total sense to me. God, I've had waking nightmares when I was a kid of being chased by giant kittens. Kittens, plural. That's one of those ones where you wake up screaming right before you die.
They're running away and they push past somebody else who gets bumped into the kitten. The kitten licks that other person's face, and then there's just this weird.
I know what kittens do. God, I grew up on Invictus.
I like the idea that all the creatures of Invictus are actually just like big horrifying versions of adorable animals.
What do you think anger bears are?
Anger. I know drop you, that's for sure.
Invicti and anger bears.
Well, the drop bears, you actually get a little bit of warning. There's a rustle, you're dead.
You get that rustle.
When you're wandering around Australia, you don't stand under an eucalyptus tree. The drop bear, that like they've got like extra large reinforced bodies, and it's basically like a 30-pound anvil falling on the back of your neck. You're going down, and that's when they get you.
Well, there are so many reasons not to stand near trees
That's
in
why
Australia.
there's
There's so many
But we-
reasons not to stand in Australia.
That's why those strings wear those hats.
But also,
Yeah.
don't lie down.
I mean, drop bears are afraid of corks.
Yeah, it's true fact. Look it up.
Anyway,
Yes.
so
Australia's not a country; it's a death trap.
As opposed to Taiwan, which is
It's a country.
And probably also a death trap.
The only death trap is claiming you are a country while the Chinese military is around.
But yes.
Not allegedly.
We're a country.
Look it
what
up.
are you going to do, China?
obviously he's leading me out, is he?
Well, yeah. Once you finish with your third interview.
Yep. I'm so sorry about that other lady.
It's been tough for her. She might need a little longer here than the others.
How do you treat?
How
This kind of
do you
thing.
do you treat this kind of thing? It's
A lot of kind words and psychology.
because hold on, that's right. Others have tried medication. You don't try the
We use medication in small amounts.
So this is, I'm not. This is not my job normally. That it's only because we're coming out here they asked us to ask you questions. So if I
Of course.
am off cue, I'm sorry. I'm not a reporter. I'm just a parcel delivery person. Glorified.
I am not a cop. Where are my drugs?
Actually, one thing you do have to keep in mind is
The delivery on that was on point.
this building does have a door.
It was a slave rehabilitation clinic. Oh, they thought it was a drug lab because it had a door.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, I need to watch. I need to get the movie theatre to play that on a big screen for me and 16 of people I'm going to claim are my friends, but I don't know.
16 random people I find on Facebook to come in charge.
You, small girl on the street. You, grandpa, looking at the small girl with a bag full of candy. You look like two fun havers. Let's go watch a movie.
Boy, have I got a movie for you.
You, policeman, you want to see Space Cop? It's about police. It's a documentary about police and cops.
In space.
In space.
Technically, all police are in space.
So I'll ask them if she's got the schematics.
Oh, of course. I will get those for you now. Please wait in the lobby.
Oh,
We
okay.
get them now. I need to play that again. It
I'll,
sucks, but I'll play it again.
I'll walk back towards the lobby and I'll be holding my compact again.
Compact.
As I get close, I'm gonna accidentally drop it and roll it past the desk, past behind her, and see if she follows it.
What even is this? It's a distraction.
And then
Man, I fucking hate this game's rule system.
I know.
Frisbee and acid on the disc.
No, I rolled a 19. She's not distracted by it. She just looks up at you and she's like, "You dropped your thing."
I'm sorry. I'm nervous. I thought I was talking to one of the ladies in there, and I think it made her more sad.
Is it one of the ones that lost her baby?
Yes. Oh,
Thinking about what happened to these people makes me so mad. I'm literally angry with rage.
it's.
Angry with rage.
The two things are different.
I'm guessing you see quite a few of these people like that in here.
Well, we haven't been doing this for long, but
How long have you been operating for?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. And have you had someone in here for 3 weeks now?
We've had the person who's been in here the longest has been about 2.5 weeks.
How's their recovery going? I mean, I know it's a slow process, especially with them, and it's probably better to go slow.
They're making decent progress, I suppose, but Most people will be in here for at least a couple of months. And those women, I wouldn't be surprised if they're here for at least half a year.
But to have had your baby stolen from you, it's horrible.
Yeah, apparently they just ripped them right out of them and
Scam.
then just sold them off as slaves to make some extra profit.
What kind of person would do that?
What kind of
Sicalian
person would do that?
Sicalian bastards.
16.
No, I'm not going to roll because she's very unbelievable.
Yeah, there's what she says, and sick alien bastards, or she's malice, pour acid on Torian face.
She's not quite that far, but she's certainly mentioning the Sicalian bastards. You pick up all the hatred.
There have been human void wraiths, right?
No.
Look, humans at this point, 2163, humans haven't exactly been on the galactic stage that long. And
And a chunk of that was at war with the Turians.
it was about
No,
to,
they-
it was
that
finna
was a-
become a war.
That was very short. It was only a few weeks.
No, well, timeline-wise, wasn't Rosa like 14 or 15 when Shanksy happened?
Yeah, because you were just too. I remember you saying you were the same age as Anderson. You must be a
Yeah,
couple of years
'cause-
younger than him.
'cause
He's
Rosa-
26 at this point. Anderson's 26 at this point.
I thought we'd set it up so Rosa was the same age, and Rosa's 20, I think.
Yeah, she's no. You're slightly younger than him, and you kind of have to be because otherwise you would have been pulled into the first contact war. But you were slightly too young to get
Yeah,
involved.
Rosa got picked
And
up
then,
on the first push to get the alliance bigger, so this doesn't happen again.
Yeah. That's the thing. You got old enough just after the war was finished. So the police action. So.
I mean, for them it was a war.
Yes.
It was against one fleet.
For you guys, it was just 1 week away from being genocide.
You know, Yasari stopped us from making a big mistake.
Because if you'd wiped us out, we got sweet carrier technology. Now we're stronger.
Oh, we would have adapted that.
Actually, no, they would have, just fighting the humans, they would have learned enough
Yeah.
from it to adapt.
Like Turians do that now. Turians have carriers now because
Yep,
they're
there's-
like, that works.
Yep.
Taking that, using it.
Yep, starting to pick up on the
VIs on the ships.
They would have
doing that.
They would have done shit like seeing how it worked, and then they would have been like, disable its engines. We want that to take as much of that
Yeah.
as possible.
And see, now we've got, although I don't think we know it right now, we've got sweet co-development projects going on where it's like, humans have some good ideas, but what you don't have is sound engineering.
Yes. You know, human technology, but Turian command center.
You know, it's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, it actually makes complete sense to me because that's... Never mind.
I need the railing to stand up behind. And
It's like in my mind, your commander shouldn't be too far forward. They should be able to
Overview.
look around and see everything that's going on and get an impression of that.
well, I mean, the steering wheel's
Like in,
on the
say, a
back of
submarine.
the. It's on the back of a boat for a reason.
Yeah, so you see the boat.
Usually problem on
Also
a bridge
because
is
originally
usually
that's
still
with
up
the
front of
linkage needed to
everybody's.
not be travelling the entire length of a ship to get to the rudder.
But it had to be
Well, it had to be right above it.
Well, that and quite frankly, they can see what they're doing. The window ports out, and they've actually got the strategy map right in front of them as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So they got all the intel.
Yeah, it just makes sense to me. It's like, well, humans have their commanders really far forward. That seems like a bad idea.
That's where you put your pilot, I guess.
I think that's why, like, Anderson and Shepard and that were always hanging around up front with Joker and that.
Yeah, I
It's
was
just
gonna say
but
that's-
meanwhile, all your tactical people are back there behind you,
Having to yell.
feeling uninvolved. And the acoustics of the fucking bridge is designed to funnel sound there and get sound from there. Meanwhile, up here, sure, you're hanging out with Spastic Boy and the Ball, but
Yeah, when they explain that, that's exactly why I thought, at the start of the first game, it starts with Shepard going all the way to the front to talk to Joker and Kaiden, because it's like, normally I'd be here, but
It was kind of
designed from back there.
It was kind of weird. They did that. They put the command center at the front, But then they went Star Trek: The Next Generation and had everybody all hanging up out front in their chairs and hanging out around Joker instead of with people behind them to stagger back and forth.
Yeah, whereas the
all
actual
over
galaxy map and place you're supposed to stand is way at the back. So,
Maybe that's why they're shit. Well, the so-called best pilot in the galaxy can't dodge. Can't dodge. Can't dodge. Can't dodge.